this demo, John Smith, a new employee of Light23 Company, will request access to specific policies and roles within the three major cloud platforms the company uses: AWS, Google Workspace, and Microsoft Entra ID. He will do this using the Securevize User Portal. His manager and the access owner will subsequently approve the requests through Securevize. Once approved, the demo will show how Securevize automatically creates John's account in each of the platforms and assigns the requested policies and roles. So before John actually requests the access and we go through the process, I wanted to show you the three cloud platforms and the user portals for each, just to show that John currently does not have a user account here. This is the AWS IAM users portal, and you can see John currently doesn't have an account, let alone policies. This is the Google Workspace platform, and again you can see that John currently does not have an account or any access privileges. This is Microsoft Entra ID, and here again John does not yet have an account. So at this point we'll have the user John Smith log into the User Access Portal on Securevize and request access to policies and roles in the three cloud platforms that Light23 uses. So we'll go ahead and log in as John Smith. And first we'll have John request access to the AWS policies that he needs. Let's say that John needs access to Administrator Access Amplify and AWS Elastic Beanstalk. He needs to enter a justification. For simplicity, let's just say, my manager wants me to have access to these policies. Now that John's submitted the request, we can view the status. You can see here that it shows that the access request has been submitted and it's awaiting a manager, access owner approval and awaiting provisioning. And this is the case for both policies. Now we'll have John go back in and request access to roles in Google Workspace. Let's have John request access to the group's admin role and the help desk admin role. And again, John will need to enter a justification. And now the status tracker shows that he's requested access to Google Workspace and the two roles. Now we'll have John request access to a couple of the roles in Microsoft Entra ID. And let's say he requests Cloud Application Administrator and Help Desk Administrator. And now you can see that John has requested the access to Azure Active Directory or Microsoft Entra ID, and that the request has been submitted and is awaiting the approvals. So now John can log out, and the next step will be for his manager Jack to log into the portal and approve the access requests. At this point, John's manager Jack will have received an email notification notifying him that he needs to approve some requests. So Jack will now log in, John's manager, and approve John's requests. So Jack now has 6 action items, one for each of the access requests that John has requested. And we'll go ahead and have Jack approve all these requests. And now we can see that Jack no longer has any action items, that these actions have been completed. Now you can still see at this point that John has not been created in any of the three cloud platforms, since the access owner has not yet approved the requests. So here's the AWS user portal. This is the Google Workspace user portal. And this is the Entra ID user portal. And as you can see in all three, John doesn't have an account yet. So now we'll go ahead and log in as Joe, the access owner of each of the three cloud platforms. Now Joe will be logging into the Securevize Access Portal because he will have received an email notification that he has the 6 requests to approve. So Joe here shows the 6 action items awaiting his approval. So we'll go ahead and approve those. Now that Joe has accessed the portal and has approved the requests, we can log back in as John. And John can see the status of his access requests. And as you can see, the status is now complete. The request has been submitted and approved by both of them. And since it has been marked as complete, we know that the provisioning has been completed, and we can go into each of the cloud platform portals. I'll go ahead and refresh AWS. And we can see that John Smith has an account now and has the 2 policies that have been assigned to him. We can also go into Google Workspace, and we see that John Smith now has an account. And has been assigned the group's admin and help desk admin roles. I'll go ahead and refresh Microsoft Azure or Microsoft Entra ID. And we can now see that John Smith has an account there. With the 2 roles that he requested, Cloud Application Administrator and Help Desk Administrator. So the provisioning was done automatically by Securevize after it recognized that the requested privileges had been approved by the manager and the access owner. So that concludes the demo of the auto provisioning with the Securevize system. Thanks for watching.